back to even, aren't we?
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So we stopped for no gain. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, it's difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. Now it's Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Wanna quit? Get on.
Off the option, here's Henry. Fights him off. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this is going to remain a 1-point game. That's so frustrating for an offense, especially on the road. You put together a great drive, but in the end, you come away with nothing.
And it kind of silenced the crowd a little, too. But few things wake them up quite like a missed field goal.
This will go to Henry out wide. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the gun, it's Jackson. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
From the gun, Jackson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, it kicks either a punt, right? Field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll try and do this himself. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. It's caught inside the 25. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw again is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened them up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up.
They'll look to throw. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A 1-touchdown ball game. 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing is Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll get 34 yards there.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
It's a gain of 20. And the Ravens first down.
On play action, they'll throw. That's going deep for Bateman. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
A first down carry for Henry. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Henry up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now Jackson will look to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. On his loop for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Ravens 21, Ravens 14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. Look at the big man rumble. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Jackson to throw.
He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked before he can get rid of the football, and they remain down by a point.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Here's Jackson. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Jackson.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and goal at the...
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every